Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again to, take some really ancient foundational wisdom and see what power it still holds for us today. And today, we're diving into transformation, specifically how cosmic energy and the divine feminine offer this 9-night masterclass in spiritual growth. We're talking about Navratri. It's a major Hindu festival, 9 sacred nights. And what we found digging into the sources, the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, it's like a detailed roadmap for, well, anyone seeking self-mastery, really.
Yeah.
Our goal isn't just the rituals, though. It's the philosophy underneath. We really want to get a handle on Shakti, this dynamic cosmic force, the power that doesn't just run the universe out there, but is pure potential right inside you.
Exactly. And when you talk Navratri, you're immediately talking about Devi Durga. She's the supreme feminine energy who embodies this Shakti, the ultimate transformer, you could say. And the sources, they're just filled with invocations of this divine feminine power. It's seen as the foundational energy of everything that exists.
Right. And before we jump into the 9 nights themselves, we need to ground this. There's a key idea, almost like the source code, straight from the Rig Veda. It really sets the stage for what this power means, not just universally, but personally.
Yes, it's the Devi Suktam. And honestly, if you need one line to capture the essence of this whole deep dive, this is probably it. In Sanskrit, it goes, Yadivi sarvavite ashtirupensa sastita namastasya 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 namo namo.
Okay, and what's the practical meaning for us? How does that translate?
It translates to, the goddess who resides as strength in all beings, I bow to her again and again. The core idea is that this power, this strength you might be looking for outside yourself, it's actually already in you, within your own consciousness. The festival is really the process of activating it.
Ah, okay, that clicks. So if Durga is this cosmic transformer, this Shakti, how does Adi Parashakti fit in? Is she like the ultimate source of this power?
She is, yes. Think of Adi Parashakti as the primordial unmanifest source, the absolute origin point from which all energies, including the whole material world and all the specific goddess forms, actually emerge. She's the energy behind the transformation. She takes on countless forms, like these 9 mothers will discuss, specifically to uphold dharma, cosmic and moral order, and to uplift the devotee, to guide you from ignorance towards liberation.
Okay, let's unpack that inner transformation piece. If the goal is liberation, self-mastery, what's the actual blueprint? The sources seem to frame these 9 nights as a spiritual journey that, interestingly, mirrors the 3 gunas from the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, that's really the key to understanding the structure of the whole festival. The gunas, these 3 fundamental qualities of nature, tamas, rajas, and sattva. The 9 nights map perfectly onto moving through these states.
Let's quickly define those for everyone, because sometimes they just sound like, ancient jargon. How do tamas, rajas, and sattva show up for us, maybe psychologically today?
Good point. Tamas is basically inertia. It's that feeling of darkness, sluggishness, maybe laziness, or even that paralyzing self-doubt. It's the procrastination that keeps you from starting something important. So the first 3 nights are really designed to help you break through that initial resistance.
Okay, the stuckness.
Exactly. Then comes rajas. This is passion, action, movement. It's ambition, desire, the necessary drive to engage with the world. It's the engine, behind your career or any big project you undertake. The middle 3 nights focus on harnessing that energy, directing it constructively.
Got it. Action, but channeled action.
Right. And finally, there's sattva. This is purity, clarity, wisdom, balance. It's the goal state, really. That refined consciousness where you can act effectively, but without being attached to the outcome. Pure, balanced action.
So Navratri isn't just about honoring 9 different aspects of the goddess. It's actually a systematic 9-step program for shifting your inner state, moving from that darkness and stagnation, tamas, all the way to clarity and wisdom, sattva.
Precisely. It's laid out as a complete spiritual cleanse and renewal, structured over 3 phases. First, destroying the negativity. Second, welcoming abundance and energy. And finally, seeking wisdom and liberation. The ancient texts really give us a step-by-step psychological map.
This is where we get into the blueprint itself, the journey of the 9 divine mothers. Let's use that gunas framework you mentioned to see how each form functions, drawing mainly from the Devi Mahatmya.
Okay. We start with the battle against tamas, that inertia, that resistance holding us back. Phase 1, breaking through tamas. Nights 1, 2, and 3. Day 1 is Shailaputri. She's the daughter of the Himalayas. Think mountains, steady, strong, resilient. She represents that fundamental foundation. the purity and resilience you need to even start the journey. You have to establish some inner stability first.
That makes total sense. You can't just leap into action without a solid footing, like
Yeah.
putting on your running shoes before the marathon.
Exactly, and that stability naturally leads into day 2, Brahmacharini. Her whole essence is about penance, austerity, discipline. She guides seekers towards inner peace, specifically through devotion, and this is crucial, consistent effort. This is the focused work phase, withdrawing a bit from distractions to build that inner focus.
Okay, so we go from inner stability with Shailaputri to disciplined effort with Brahmacharini. What comes on day 3 then? How do we get the courage to actually face what comes with that new discipline?
That's where Chandraganta comes in. This form embodies courage and fierce protection. If discipline makes you feel a bit exposed, Chandraganta is the energy that destroys fear. She's the force that battles those immediate inner demons, the doubts, the temptations, the fear of change that always pop up when you commit to a path. She clears the way for real action.
Right. So after these first 3 nights, we've hopefully built some resilience, established discipline, and faced down those initial paralyzing fears. We've broken the grip of tamas. Now we pivot.
Exactly. Now we pivot to action. We move into phase 2. Phase 2, cultivating rajas. Nights 4, 5, and 6. Now we're in the realm of raja's active energy creation sustained movement. Day 4 is Kushmanda. She is considered the grand cosmic creator. The sources describe her as the very source of the universe, holding all creative power. This is the stage where your purified energy starts transforming into generative possibility. You're not just defending anymore, you're actively building, creating.
Okay, so moving from internal struggles to external productivity. But once you have that creative energy flowing, you need to sustain it, right? Without just burning out in chaotic action.
That's precisely where day 5, Skandamata, fits. She's the nurturing mother aspect, but fiercely nurturing. She bestows wisdom and virtue, guiding the right application of that creative force. She ensures your creation isn't just aimless passion that chaotic rajas, but intelligent, focused action fueled by wisdom, nurturing what you've started.
Makes sense. And we've created, we've sustained.
Yeah.
But the world throws obstacles, right?
Yeah.
This is often where big plans stall when that external resistance hits hard.
Exactly right. And for that, day 6 is Katyayani. She is the fierce warrior aspect, fully armed, ready to remove obstacles. This is the energy you tap into when you need to be really uncompromising about your boundaries or find the strength to fight for what you've created. It's targeted, active removal of anything blocking your path, your dharma. This is the peak of passionate, purposeful action.
What's fascinating is how this isn't just a straight line. We went from passive inertia through active creation, and now the focus shifts again, away from the fight towards ultimate clarity.
Yes, the final phase is about refining all that action into pure consciousness, moving fully into sattva. The transformation here becomes really radical, quite profound. Phase 3, achieving sattva, nights 7, 8, and 9. Day 7 is Navratri. The name literally means night of death or dark night. She represents liberation from darkness and ignorance. This stage demands radical, unflinching clarity, the ability to burn away every last comforting illusion, every attachment. It can be the most intense phase because it often requires letting go of the ego's final strongholds.
That sounds intense, but necessary. After Navratri clears away the last bits of ignorance, what emerges from that?
We reach day 8, Mahagauri. She symbolizes absolute purity and enlightenment. Her form is depicted as radiant, peaceful. She represents the polished, refined state of the soul after the great inner battle is won. Total spiritual cleansing embodied.
And then the culmination, day 9. The payoff for the 9 nights of focused work.
Day 9 is Siddhi. Her name means grantor of siddhis, which are divine perfections, spiritual powers, or achievements. This form represents the ultimate fruits of the entire journey. Spiritual awakening, liberation, perfection. This isn't just theory, it's the fully activated self, having journeyed successfully from, say, conquering fear on day 3 all the way to achieving perfection on day 9.
Wow. That progression, resilience, creative action, ultimate clarity, it really is a comprehensive map for growth. So let's bring it all together. What does this ancient framework mean for someone today, seeking maybe sustained success or strength in their modern life?
Well, it loops right back to that first core insight we discussed. Durga, Shakti. It isn't some external force you just pray to. The festival itself is a framework for realizing that the strength is something you awaken within. The ancient texts are essentially teaching that the power to overcome obstacles, to create meaningfully, to gain wisdom, it's inherent in consciousness itself. It's already there.
And the scriptures even give us specific ways to think about this, urging us to see the divine feminine in these really vital, universal roles that go way beyond just being a warrior.
Exactly. There's that other powerful verse from the Devi Suktam, the goddess who manifests as motherhood in all beings, we bow to her. This immediately broadens the scope, doesn't it? From
Mm.
warrior energy to nurturing energy. It links that capacity for protection and care directly to this core feminine power.
And there's that other connection, maybe less common, but really profound, that kind of blows the whole thing wide open.
That's right. The sources also remind us the goddess is invoked in all beings as Viens Maya, we bow down to her. Now, Maya often gets translated simply as illusion, but in
Okay.
this context, it's more like the creative power that actually structures reality itself, the power that shapes the very experience we're having. Recognizing the divine feminine as the fabric of reality, that's the real depth here.
So the synthesis, pulling straight from these sources, is that this energy Shakti, it's universal. It's the mechanism behind creation, wisdom, strength, inner peace. Navratri fundamentally seems like an instruction manual for self-mastery, just disguised as a festival.
Absolutely. The whole celebration is described as a journey of the soul. Just like the Devi transforms the universe, these 9 nights are meant to systematically lift your spirit by engaging with the cosmic energy of these mothers. The goal is to bring wisdom, strength, and grace into your life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's think about that culmination again. Siddhi-Hatri, the grantor of perfection, those ultimate siddhis or spiritual achievements. The framework implies perfection isn't just a random gift, but the natural result of this dedicated step-by-step transformation.
Right. And if you look back at the entire journey we just mapped out, starting with resilience, moving through discipline, conquering fear, harnessing creation, achieving that radical clarity with Kalaratri, I want to leave you with a final thought, building on that path. For whatever personal project or goal you're focused on right now today, which specific quality from those 9 nights is the key siddhi you need to consciously activate? Is it the initial resilience of Shailaputri to just start, the discipline of Brahmacharini to keep going, or maybe that radical clarity of Kalaratri to finally let go of what's truly holding you back? Because that's where the power of Shakti resides for you right now.